It's Maria Marino here with SiriusXM Satellite Radio, and I am joined by the top-seeded U.S. Olympic beach volleyball team, the ladies. That is Kerri Walsh-Jennings. You know her name. She's a three-time Olympic gold medalist. And her partner, April Ross, and she's no slouch either. She's got a 2012 Olympic silver medal and all kinds of other accolades. So how are you guys doing today?
Fantastic.
Great. Thank you again for joining us. So it's a long road to qualify for the Olympics, and it's so funny because you had it in your mind after 2012. You're already on to 2016. So what is it like, visualizing that 4 years ago, and now you're going to the Olympics again?
It's gone by in a flash. I mean, we've done so much work every year. It's crazy to think that we're already, qualified and we're heading in. But it's really, really exciting, and I'm super proud of all that we've gone through, everything we've learned, all the growth that we've experienced. So we're feeling ready.
Yeah, and Kerri, I think you guys had an idea that you would probably be qualifying, but what was it like when you got that official word, like, yeah, okay, we are in, and it's a done deal?
It was like, game on type of thing. We were so excited, and it was a little bit anticlimactic at the end because we had a great season, and we had virtually qualified even before we qualified. That being said, once we hit that date, our coach set up a meeting, and we had a little celebration.
Yeah.
It's important to acknowledge each stage of the journey, and so for me and for April, that was a really special thing to acknowledge. And then it was like, it's game time. Let's just keep progressing.
Good for you. And throughout the whole qualification, I mean, there's ups and downs. Of course, you guys had challenges. You had a surgery for your injury, and you guys came back and fought. How did that help you grow as a team? How did that help your resiliency?
Well, I think whenever you literally have one arm tied behind your back and you're put in a corner, like, you have to fight really hard, and you have to figure out how to win, how to make it work. And we really buckled down as a team, stayed together and figured it out, tried some things that we wouldn't normally have tried. Our communication needed to be on point. Like, it just forced us to do everything we could that maybe we wouldn't have had to do had that not happened. And it was just a huge learning experience, and I think it's serving us really well now.
Absolutely. I think the best thing to come from that also, on top of all of what April just said, is that our trust as a team just grew so much. I mean, we had it before, but to go through, the mud and the dirt and to be so vulnerable and needy to a certain extent of each other, it was just a beautiful thing, and it just really fortified us. It was really fun.
And, of course, you came back stronger than ever. You already got some medals under your belt this year. And you guys solidified the number 3 seed going into Rio.
Cool.
Yeah. Tell me about that. Like, how important is the seeding, and how did you feel when you got that number 3?
What I think is really noteworthy about that is we were talking about it one day. Like, we knew we had our work cut out for us. I think it was before season, and Kerri throws out, like, I want us to be the number 3 to 5 seed. And I'm like, where'd you get those numbers? Like, that seems really ambitious to me, but okay, like, I'm in. And then we qualify, and we get the number 3 seed. And I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, to throw that out there and have it happen. I mean, that's how Kerri works, and that's how I work now too. But I just think that was really awesome that we were able to do that. And between the 3 and the 5 seed, I think the 3 is the best. Like, if you just look at the seeding, like, I think the 3 is the best seed that we could have gotten anyways. Like, between 3 and 5.
No, totally. And in theory, just the higher your seed, the better your draw is, obviously, moving forward. But for us, it was just, because Brazil was going to take 1 and 2. I mean, that was kind of a given. And so, that thought process was like, let's get the next best thing, which we did. And we had an uphill battle, but it never felt uphill to us. It just felt like kind of par for the course. And what we do, we get results when we need them. And but it's the journey to it has been awesome, and it's really the most amazing preparation to take on everyone at the Olympics.
Very cool. And you mentioned Brazil, of course, with the 1 and 2 seeds, home country, but also they are traditionally big competitors of yours. Is it them that you have the target on, or what other teams are your big competition that you're anticipating coming up in Rio?
I think there might be a misconception that just Brazil is like that one that's out, we have to be out to get Brazil. Like, the world in the past 4 years has gotten so good. Germany's good. Italy's good. Switzerland is good. There's so many good teams out there, so it's just going to be, whoever's up next. They have the target on their back, like that.
Yeah, and for us, it's just every time we've lost, like, we just got our butt handed to us last weekend, and I played like poop, and it's just, whenever that happens, the other team plays great. They're great teams. I don't want to take any credit from them, but it's always an internal thing, and we feel like it's such a blessing to have it all in your own hands, because we have all the tools, and now it's a matter of executing. And so that to me is liberating, and it adds a little bit of urgency because, we can do it all, but It's really fun. So we respect the world, but we focus on us, and that's 100%, a good combo.
Yeah.
I like that. Now, you've been competing, of course, traveling the world, and you guys, let's just be clear, they do this every year. I mean, they are traveling the world, playing the best out there. I'm just trying to enlighten some people that may not follow the sport as much, you know, when the Olympics aren't going on, but you guys are on the FIVB, you're on the AVP, you're in New York City right now, you have a couple other tournaments coming up. How does that help you prepare, and what is your mindset as far as like, okay, we know we want to do the Olympics, but we have a lot of other goals and we have a lot of other tournaments.
This is huge.
Yeah. AVPs, we go into every AVP. You know, it's a huge accomplishment to win an AVP, and I think we have kind of a streak happening right now, so we want to keep that going. There's really good competition out here, and yeah, we put a premium on coming back and playing the AVPs because it helps us prepare and get better, hone our skills, so that we can compete at the highest level possible when we go out onto the world tour. So it goes hand in hand. They're both amazing tours, and you know, AVP for me, there's a ton of urgency in an AVP. Like, we're in it to win it, but it's a chance to have a little bit of fun, and we get to meet all our fans from all over the country. So it's a treat to come back and play AVPs too.
Absolutely.
Very cool. So there are a few questions that SiriusXM wants to ask all our Olympic athletes. So the hard part's done. A couple quick hits for you, if you don't mind.
This sounds like the hard part, actually.
Okay. So, favorite pump-up song, pump-up music before a match?
Right now, for me, it's T.I. Top Back. I can rap the whole song if you want me to.
Shut up.
I can.
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. Oh, we've got a viral video on our hands.
I think I would like to hear that.
I'll practice and I'll bring it. I'll do it for you in private.
You'll end up with your own show in Sirius in no time. I would say, I think Katy Perry, Dark Horse. Sticking with that. Yeah,
that's a good one.
Katy Perry, like a California girl.
Sexy.
Okay. Biggest influence, somebody who helped you get here?
Mom and Pop. How about you?
Yeah, Mom and Dad, for sure.
Shout out to the parents.
Yeah.
Well done. What does it mean to represent your country?
It's just, as an athlete, it's the highest honor. I mean, there's so many things that you can do in sport, but to, you know, earn the right to represent your country in something like the Olympics I think it's got to be the most meaningful thing that you can do as an athlete.
You know, it's really cool when you go to the Village and you see like these big time, you see the Team USA basketball, and they are just as humbled and honored as we are, and it's just as big to them, and it's the only, because we represent the best country in the world. You know, America, we're just all so proud, we're so patriotic. The Olympics brings out something so deep and heartfelt in us. And being here in New York, I feel it even more. Like, this is just, you know, it's just amazing, the American spirit here. It means the world. There's a humility, there's appreciation, a ton of gratitude, and a lot of excitement representing everybody.
Absolutely, and not the first time for you guys, veterans. And speaking of which, favorite past Olympic moment? You have many, I'm sure.
Not enough.
But one, you know, it could be you or even a past Olympic memory of someone else that inspired you.
For me, after every Olympic win, the reunion with my family on site. My brother has vaulted me into the stands. I've had in London, I had my boys in my arms and kissed my husband, and just that part of it all, because, you know, we're the only ones on the podium. We're the only ones kind of getting the glory, but there's so many people behind us. So the moment after you win and you embrace everyone who helped you get there is huge for me.
I 100% have to agree. Yeah.
All right, well, there it is. Kerri Walsh-Jennings and April Ross. We are rooting so hard for you guys at SiriusXM.
Thank you. We
and
appreciate
all of
it.
Team USA. Thank you very much for your time.
No problem.
Keep it up.